choice for weather. America's morning headquarters.
Every morning on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back. Tornado outbreak continues across much of the Midwest, including parts of east central Illinois. Let's have a look at what we've got right now. In fact, we have a bunch of tornado warnings with very dangerous supercell thunderstorms moving rapidly eastward from Illinois into Indiana. Right here in Crawford County, Illinois, we have a tornado emergency that includes Robinson and Palestine. These are towns in east central Illinois. Very concerning radar circulation, extremely strong rotation aloft. A tornado almost certainly in progress right now, right near Lamont. And this is, again, right near the Illinois-Indiana border, moving out of Illinois into Indiana. Looking at some of the radar data, I've looked inside of it, and the radar tells us that the circulation is rotating at over 100 miles per hour aloft, and that is a sign that indeed a tornado is in progress. And it would be, if you zoomed in, right about there. And again, it is moving out of Illinois into Indiana. So let's extend the warning into Indiana, Heather. Shall we move it and show you who will be impacted by this very dangerous storm? And over the course of the next, say, 20 or 30 minutes, do expect it to move to Gill, Sullivan, Duggar, Wright, and Clay City, some towns in Indiana likely to be impacted. If you can hear my voice, and if you live there, take shelter immediately. The storm is moving eastbound at about 50 miles per hour and likely contains a tornado with it, and potentially a very strong one. It's a long-lived supercell that we've been tracking out of south central Illinois, continuing to move eastward. And again, very likely a tornado in progress, one that is capable of doing a lot of damage based on the reports that we're getting from the Doppler radars. So again, if you live in Stockton, for example, and you can hear my voice, take shelter now. The warning, let's move the radar just a little bit so we can get that warning for west central Indiana. And there it is for Clay, Greene, and Sullivan counties. That goes until 11 o'clock local time, so about another 40 minutes or so. But this storm continues to move to the east, and do expect that it's going to be moving. Exactly, Heather, let's back out and move everything to the east a little bit more to show you where this thing is going beyond that tornado warning. Very likely going to continue on. Heads up if you live in Bloomington. You're not in a tornado warning now, and hopefully you won't be. But this particular supercell is dangerous and is moving roughly in that direction, so you might as well think about where your safe spot is, and if a warning is issued, go ahead and get there immediately because the storm is moving very quickly. But that's not the only game in town. Unfortunately, we've got more tornado warnings in progress. Now, this is parts of western Kentucky, actually just southeastern Illinois, right near Kentucky as well. And we've got a couple of warnings here. These go for about another 10 minutes or so, but are very possibly going to be extended beyond that. We've seen these storms continue well beyond their lifetimes in the warnings. So this is one of those situations that we're likely to continue with that tornado threat for hours yet to come. Heather, let's go south and check on the storm just to the southwest of Memphis, Tennessee, where we've got right here another tornado warning here just for the southern suburbs of Memphis. For a couple of counties, we're talking Lee and Tunica counties in northeastern Arkansas, and also in northern Mississippi. So this is right near the Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee state boundaries, and the circulation is right in there. You can see where the blues and the greens are together. This circulation also moving to the northeast very quickly, as all of them are in this dynamic environment. So if you live in that tornado warning, do indeed take shelter. Heather, let's get to that tornado warning and show you the counties with it real quick if we can.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I can get you those here just in a second. There's everywhere, right? For Crittenden, Lee, and Tunica counties, this goes until 9:45. Radar indicated possible tornado, but it's a supercell all by itself and may indeed have a tornado with it. Chester, Hardeman, and McNairy counties in southern Tennessee, heads up. This is a supercell that has been with us for hours. It moved out of Arkansas, has had a history of producing tornadoes, and is right now got a considerable threat to it with a radar indicated circulation just to the west of Savannah, Tennessee. And you can see the circulation right in there. And it is rotating fairly quickly, very indeed, possibly as a tornado with it. Let's zoom out, Heather, as again, and there's a whole lot of radar indicated tornadoes on the map. We can just pick out a few, and you can see we've done that. Again, this is rolling very quickly across parts of southern Tennessee. Let's go to
go back to the emergency really quick.
Let's do that.
I want to make sure, because we just turned on the radar over there, so it may be coming in now.
Good call.
Because it wasn't coming in before. Let's see.
Just south of Terre Haute, Indiana.
Yeah.
Very complicated radar structure here, but very strong circulation embedded with the reds and the greens and the blues right next to each other. This is a tornado vortex signature. Has had a history of producing tornadoes. This particular supercell across central Illinois is now rapidly moving into south central Indiana. So let's bring the warning that's now moved out of Crawford County. Let's move ahead to the east a little bit and show you. There we go. For Clay, Greene, and Sullivan counties in Indiana, let's move it even farther to the east. I want to give people a heads up. If you're living in Bloomington or areas just north of there, this dangerous storm is rapidly moving your way. Not saying it's going to remain as intense as it is right now, but it might, and it just might save your life if you act in advance. The way things are moving tonight, there's not a lot of time to do that. So again, here's some of those locations that are likely to be impacted by this particularly dangerous supercell with a tornado likely in it. We'll be right back with much more on this and all the other severe weather warnings in the Midwest.